Alright. Another little impromptu stream. So what I'm attempting to do is check if there's any chests here in the lair, basically. Just move my mic. So yesterday I was trying to find one chest right in the end. I think for some reason, I can't remember what it was. There was something that was bugging me trying to find the final kind of chest after a while. Maybe the day before that when I hit AR43. I was just kind of looking, and I ended up coming back to the Storm Terror's lair, and I actually ended up finding the chest that I was looking for. So I'm wondering if there's a number of chests that are still left here, maybe respawned from before. So I want to do a quick lap around. I don't come here that often anymore. Since AR50 is so far away, I'm not even trying to farm like the flowers, for example. I'm not even pre-farming resources. I'll get them whenever I need them, even if it takes a couple of days. I've kind of got used to that over the last week or two. So yeah, because I was ready for Razor and I was ready for my sucrose. No, actually, I think I got my sucrose when I was already 80, so never mind. But my Klee, I wasn't ready for, but I just went ahead, farmed the materials within 3 days, even having to farm XP materials. I got her up to the level that she needed to be, so I'm basically okay. I think I'll be fine. And some of the harder stuff, when 50 comes around and I need to level up the weapons, I think I'll be glad to spend 2-3 days of resin to just get the materials then, because the drops will be better. So it's quite chill. I'm not seeing as many chests as I'd like, actually. I do wonder if I need to farm those crystals. I also don't know if I want to change the language of the game. Because Razor going every time I run with him is just not what I like. It seems like I did get majority of the chests. Maybe I was just lucky when I jumped back in a couple days ago. There was just an instant chest right underneath me, so I figured that it mass respawned. But I mean, I don't know the chest locations, so I literally just could not be checking anywhere that they do spawn. But so far it's looking quite bleak. There's a couple secret places probably. Like this could be a chest. I know it's not, but those little sparkly things could just be a chest. So I'm just checking them out when I can see them. I mean, none up here. I know there's a chest at... Oh. Hello, guys. Why is he... And I guess the downside with the game is that I don't see, people being able to stream it for as long as they'd like. Because it's like, once you do your resin, once you basically have grabbed every single... No. Alright. I just cut her off. I think I do prefer just understanding what they're saying. I know some people are not gonna like that. English. Oh, here we go. One chest. Oh, there we go. I've done it. See, these are the flowers that you need for Sucrose, as well as the the enemy. I think the Traveler generally. But my Sucrose is 80. There's still basically 7/6. What is this? I guess that's just to get around. I don't know what the point of the barrel is. But yeah, I don't get the hype about people spending, you know, a very long time at like level 41 trying to farm up all the materials they'll need till at level 50. Like, you can do that, you know what? Like, no one's gonna say anything to you. But if you're gonna do that, you might as well wait till your AR, you know, 45 onwards, because then at least the world level goes up with you. So you're basically better off doing it then, because at the moment it's just a waste of your resin. I mean, I killed a few bosses for fun. Been busy the last couple of days, so sort of had to use up my resin quicker. And one of the ways to do that was to just run those bosses, because I had to have no time for some ley lines. Oh man, I want to get a weapon that has an increased attack speed as like its substat, and forget, you know, I don't know if that's a thing. Because it would feel so fun with like a 40% increased attack speed on Razor. Because the ult is like one thing, but imagine having the ult attack speed as you're just doing anything. Alright. I wonder if there's a chest in here. Maybe like a mineable. Bird egg. Better than nothing, I guess. Oh, a 4-star artifact. I'll take that. I'm not probably going to wear it because it's not in anyone's set. However, could still be useful. Let's check it out actually. It's probably trash. So yeah, it's elemental mastery, so I guess it's not bad if I'm as an elemental, so yeah. Part of the set, and if everything else goes to anything but attack, then I think it's a pretty good piece. If it rolls into maybe more elemental mastery, energy recharge, things like that. That'll come soon. I think I'm gonna probably save up some resin and do a stream. I'll just stream at 44, and that will mean that I'll use my resin at that point and see how I'm doing with artifacts. Because there's a couple improvements I can make. One of them being some pieces on my Klee. Obviously, my Razor probably won't go up in power until 45 when I start doing the world bosses. Not like the weekly ones, just the bosses on the world, the elites. Because at that point, I'll need to get the materials, and the rewards I get for them will be basically as high as they're going to be. And I don't want to do that at level 50. I kind of just want to ascend people and power up at level 50. Even if I get them to level 81, just because then it sort of differentiates me from everybody else. If I hit 50, just to be like, hey, listen, I'm level 50, and you can tell because my characters are level 81, even if I don't have the resources to level up any further. And then I'll probably pick a character that I find I can use more often and better for the domains, but there's a lot of like min-maxing you can do in the game, and I don't see myself doing that as much, at least not yet. Maybe down the line I'll do some min-maxing. I can't be bothered. I'll do another fly around the top part of it. Fly around one more time. See if I can see anything that's worth picking up. Sort of any chests that are out here. Yeah, I think it's rinsed. I don't see any at the moment. Which it really sucks, man, that chests don't respawn at all. Even the basic ones, maybe like the 10 experience ones. Because then you have something to pick up as you go in. But as it is at the moment, there's nothing. Do 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 do. so far, I think I found one chest. I did a bit of a search earlier. I want to see how many I can actually find within, let's say, an hour of the stream. See kind of where it ends. I don't know every location, so that's something that I sort of have to just test around. What is finding me? See, there's no more chests that I can also pick up just like that have the protections on them and enemies nearby to kill. Like none of those chests seem to be around because I've sort of rinsed the map off of them as well. I think I'm doing loops now. Maybe there's some more sort of closer to the Storm Terror's lair, like inside, throughout the levels. But I don't know how, like, if it's like 2 chests and I'm having to like go past these different barriers, teleporting and everything. I've been picking those up as sort of I'm going along anytime I pass the areas. It's 31. Like these, I'm fine on. I farmed these like a twat earlier. Not today, like beginning. I kept doing this for gladiator set pieces and it was just a waste of my resin, to be fair. But there was nothing else to really farm. Like my resin, my razor already has like the 666 on the books, and he's got enough books to do one more level upgrade. I just need to get the weekly boss drops. These are from level 75 in Nemo Hypostasis, which I think I need to get level 45 for, so these will start dropping. I can also level these up too. And these, I already have these. I think I have enough of them to be fine for when it's time to get Klee up. Not Klee, Sucrose up. Oh, chest. That's 2. This is just a common, isn't it? Yeah. So it's not even giving me any primo gems. See, I'm thinking if there's any on these walks. See, I don't even know if I've done this. Yeah, I've not gone around here enough. I don't even know what the spirit is. I can find out. Well, it ties me to a chest, I guess, but that's not what I'm looking for. Is this spirit down here somewhere? Man, that's 3 so far. So far 3 chests in however long it's been since the stream started. That's how empty the world is at the moment until I at least level up my AR. Where is the spirit though? I kind of lost it. I don't know where it is. I don't know how. I mean, it's 3 at the moment. I don't know how many. Is there any way into this thing? No. I don't think I'm bothered to look for one little spirit that's going to give me a common chest. I'll check one more time up there, but if it's not, then screw it. Don't know if this is for anything. Man, I had some hopes that, burning them gave me a chest for no reason. Maybe there's like a tally I can do in the future that I can maybe edit on the fly about how many chests have been found in a single sort of search. But as is, it's kind of depressing. I'm going to leave Mondstadt. I think Mondstadt I've completely drained of all resources. There's not a single chest that I can see in Stormterror's lair, and I've walked around the map. There's probably a couple just hidden, but it's usually puzzles and stuff that some of them are like really annoying. Like you have to use your geo character's ability in a certain place to get it, and yeah. Like it'll be something like, oh, there's this thing, it's broken, go ahead and repair it, and you get a chest, and it's like, what's the most random thing? Like, I'm gonna do that just in case. Like something like this will just give you a chest. And it's so random sometimes that I'm just like, well, how are people supposed to know that? Like, someone figured it out, right? Like somebody actually put their thing in a random place and ta-da, a chest spawned. But it just feels like one of those things that, as a community, we will figure them out as we go, and people will share the interesting ones they find, and then, yeah, in the end, we'll have a list of all of the chests that are in random spots, and, we'll be good. But for now, I just feel like finding those chests that are, like, the most stupidly hidden ones, where it's, like, use an ability in a certain place and you get a chest, or, use an animal attack on an area and there's going to be a chest. Oh, chest. Those ones I'm not going to be kind of trying to find. I don't use any ranged characters, so those sort of mobs and puzzles for ranged is why I need to have a ranged character. That's 4 chests. I'm really hoping that I can pull Diona in the next banner. I don't know what you guys are planning to try and pull for, but I'm trying for Diona over anything. I don't think I'll have many summons. Time will tell. See if I save any. See who's first, and if they give you any free summons, maybe I'll be able to actually pull her from somewhere. You know, even Constellation 0, I still want to use her. C0, she's still going to be awesome. My Barber is like Constellation 4, but I just find her so boring that I can't stomach using her anymore. Like, Razor hits hard, right? And is a very standard DPS where you just whack him with your sword. That's as far as you really have with him. There's no really real big resource management, sort of reaction stuff I do with him. I just whack with him. Klee is a bit more interesting because Klee has bombs and placement of them matters, and using a charged attack when you can to maximize it, the positioning of it, all of that sort of plays a role. Let's test this out actually. So if I go to him and I use my waves, they do fly out. That attack speed is so nice. Go away. Yeah, so Diona is going to be the one I'm going to try for. If I get her, really does depend on kind of if on the rate ups I manage to actually hit her, because the other people on the banner are Beidou and Ningguang, and for Ningguang I think maybe I'll use her potentially down the line because she's a Geo element character that actually has some interesting mechanics to her. Everyone else can sort of just I think they're just kind of fillers that would be on the same team. So like getting Beidou, you know, getting one is nice in the future if I want to try her and I have the resources to level her and make her, you know, like a secondary person in one of my teams. She would be useful to have for that particular reason. But having Razor up kind of makes me go like I don't even want a single Beidou. If I get Diona, I'll be happy, be content. But as is, like, Beidou will just be kind of sitting in my list. Maybe for expeditions it'd be useful, but other than that, like, nothing. The downside for me is that if the leaks are correct, that means that the upcoming banner will feature Beidou, Ningguang, and Diona, as well as Child. And on the flip side, it'll be Razor and some other character. I can't remember who it was that they planned. Oh, okay. I need to kill them because they annoy me. Can set this on fire. There we go. Whee. I think this is what happened last time for me. I was trying to do this guy, and I basically ended up fighting the mobs and completely forgot about him. Oh, come on. Why is he on a tree? There we go. That's a farming spot. I've not had to use these materials any reason. Oh. That's cool. So that's 5. Maybe 6 now. I know these will be for storing your resin to hold for the future. What am I climbing? Alright, so I'm gonna say 5, just to make it easy to count. So 5 chests now. In the duration of the stream. 5 chests. I don't think we're doing good. So 5 or 6 chests at AR43 is what I've gotten so far in the stream's duration. That is just, I think 5 or 6. It's depressing. Because I remember before I did it for about 2-3 hours. And I think I managed to get about 80 chests. By that standard. Oh, chest number, let's say chest number 7. Alright. So some of these areas I've not been to properly, I think. That's the reason why there's still stuff here. Because it's kind of in the middle. And I think if I spawn in on this, I tend to go this way. And not look behind me. And then if I want to go to this area, I'm not going to spawn to the same exact one because I checked the other places. I think he's quite good to if you use Klee's ultimate, I think let's test it. I think they will randomly fire at him. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Like, speaking of random chests, I think in this area, somewhere on the side, if you stand on one of those poles, the ones like the trees sticking out of the ground, that spawns a chest. Like, how random is that? So that's chest number 8 up there. I guess if I finish with 20 chests, that's sort of enough for me. You can't like expect to always be finding stuff, but still. The reason I'm also doing this is because for me to get AR45 before 1.1, I have to make up a total of about 100 resin. Not 100 resin, sorry. Like 300 resin worth. So doing these puzzles and finding the chest is probably the way I'm gonna have to do it, because I'm not gonna have enough time to hit AR45 before 1.1. So that's chest number 7, did I say? Any in these houses? No. Why not kill him? Alright, that was quick. Right. I've adjusted my headphones, so maybe I have a bit less. There's a slight pain in my ear, so I hope that it doesn't change the quality. You know, even though it's shit, hopefully it's not too bad.
Leave it to me. Just timing.
So that's number 8. Something or other.
I'll race you there.
I guess 8 is better than no chests, right? Like, I'm still finding some around, even if it's kind of bad. There might be one here, to be fair. Boom. Okay, I don't know if I did that up there, so I'm gonna grab that. I did. Well, that's nice. And I did everything. Like, the main things that stand out, I've done. And I think the one thing that respawns is the flower things. They seem to grow back. Maybe that's the only thing that actually respawns. The way people thought that the chests respawn. Could have probably pre-marked those, because if they do come back, it'd be quite good to have them. Oh, go away. See, I think I've done the chest that you can find here, standing on these things. But at the same time, I don't know which one it is. So, I'm not sure if I've done it. It can't be that. It's this one up here. I think I've done this one. Or if it's the one over there. Maybe. What's over yonder? What was still surprising is when I was initially looking for the kind of last couple Geoculus and trying to do it without looking at the interactive map, there's a couple that I just randomly kind of thought I'll go and check out, and areas like I've not really been into properly. And I was really surprised on how many there were. Like areas that I've not even touched. It's like, oh, there's this, you know, abandoned mine. Like, I've never been in there before. Like, what is this? It's just the most random places. So if you scroll back in the stream and go back to when it first started, and let me know how long it's been real quick, and then I'll go ahead and tell you how many chests I found in that amount of time. I'll do that now actually. 42 minutes. Alright, so I just checked. 42 minutes. I found, I think, 8 chests. Kind of going around the whole map. And it kind of doesn't feel that good. When you do find them, it's quite nice. But 48 chests. No, 48, there, what am I saying? 8 chests in 40 minutes is very different to how it used to be in the beginning of the game. Because you'd go through an area and you'd keep running into chests. Every corner you turned is a chest. And now it's like I've got to check every nook and cranny to even have the potential of one chest. A couple of the respawnable plants is the reason why I also got more chests, and some of the ghost things, I think they respawned. Or respawned on level up that I've not been there before, but like I'm running around now just looking in every sort of corner I can see, and there's like a small handful of chests that come up every X amount of time. Like every, I don't know, 6 minutes I found one chest. So it's not as barren yet, but I'm also wondering, like, this is how it is now. What's going to happen next level? Where, let's say, if you level up, 30 chests spawn. I'm also doing things like lighting these, because there's some chests that are based off of lighting stuff, like torches and stuff. Is it Kem? Are you still here? If you are, I can also recommend you some things that could help you find some chests that you maybe don't have, if you haven't looked into like finding them. I meant to use my E, but if you yourself are looking for chests, there is a video which is based off of someone else's video. I don't know what the politics of that is, but basically it's chest spawns that are not as obvious as just like walking up to them. And Damone Kim made a video kind of detailing the locations of some of these chests, and I think it's worth for you to check it out, because when I initially saw the video, I was quite skeptical, thinking, well, I probably found like 90% of these, and you're just going to have me revisiting some of the old places. But actually wasn't as bad as you think. I ended up finding a good few... What are you hiding behind you? Oh, he's going to turn on, isn't he? But yeah, Damone Kim made a video based on someone else's video, showing you some of the places where you can get chests that are basically quite stupid, in my opinion. I guess they're kind of secrets, so if you try random things in certain areas, you end up spawning a chest, which is, I guess, it's an aid for exploration. Yeah, check out the video by Demon Kim. It is quite good for that. Ah man, I don't mind these guys. Now we get to remove him. Okay, so hold on. We'll give that a pause for a sec. So I was thinking about the chess, right? And oh god, it feels loud. Is the game sound loud, or is it just for me? I'll take down the volume. I don't know about them resetting it, but I do hope that if they introduce new areas, that oh my god, can you go away? I wasn't concentrating, now he's starting spinning on me. But I hope that they actually do something with the chest, because if you're gonna limit people in regards to dungeons and how much you can sort of find on the map, and do outside of just the things like commissions and just spending your 120 a day and potentially doing a refresh or two, I think that itself is okay if there's other things to do. And the other stuff to do doesn't have to be domains that don't require you to have a resin. Nothing like that. Like, if that's how they want to do it, then they sort of have... I'm okay. I can deal with that. If that's what the game is, I'll live with it. But I feel like things like chests allow people that want to spend more time, maybe help with their leveling up, maybe find resources, find more artifacts, find anything in the game that's kind of needed for their progression. And with the chests not spawning anymore, it really hinders that. I feel like even though I want to sit down and maybe play the game for 1 or 2 hours and have some fun, it makes it really difficult for me to want to do that, knowing that I will likely get nothing from doing so. Because so far it's been probably about 50 minutes now since I started streaming, and the first thing I did is to say I'm gonna go and hunt for chests. And I'm not been going to specific locations using any websites, anything like that to tell me where to be. I'm basically wandering around like most people would be doing, right? Like, just I'm gonna wander around, try not to min-max my time, just have fun and try to find random chests around, fight enemies, get some materials for leveling up, and so on and so forth. And I found 8 chests in 50 minutes. That's not much. Even experience wise, that's probably, most of them were common, so probably didn't even get much from them, but about 20 resin worth. It's not great. What is your adventure rank? Because that would be another thing. Because chests spawn as your adventure rank goes up. So if your adventure rank 33 and you end up, spending 5 hours looking for chests, think that you've picked up almost everything. When you hit the next rank, you will get more chests spawning. So there's a base amount of chests that spawn in the map, and as you level up, more and more chests appear. So there is something you can sort of say, like, yeah, I hit a new rank, chances are there's more chests around. But I just don't feel like that's the case. It doesn't feel like there's many that spawn. It feels like I level up, and for the majority of the time, I'm not finding many chests. Maybe there's a couple that sort of look like, well, if this, I would have seen this before if it wasn't for, you know, it's not like a very hidden area. So I'm thinking, all right, so I would have seen this, so this clearly has spawned since then. Okay, that's fair enough. But I don't walk around for a couple of hours and find chests non-stop. It just feels like a very small number of chests spawn. If doesn't even feel like any spawn. It feels like I end up spending more and more time trying to find them, regardless of how much my AR goes up. Like, oh yeah, I want to do 10 chests. I'm gonna go visit 10 places, and that means nothing. Like you'd think that every maybe 5 minutes at the very least you find something, because that's what they said about why The Witcher was successful as a game, because there was something going on every certain amount of time that you spent on the map. And same goes for like to some extent that amount of time is a bit further spaced apart. Is a bit further spaced apart in games like Fallout, but there is still something that's sort of planned to happen whenever a person goes to an area. I'll be lucky to find 3 chests in 1 hour. Okay, well, if you go to your achievements, if you have the game open right now, you go to your achievements. In Leeway, I have 860. There is an actual count on how many chests are available. I think it's 1,000 chests currently, or 1,050 maybe, currently in Leeway, right? And then Mondstadt has 540 or something, or 515. So I've done better in Mondstadt than I have. So there's 115 here and like 140 or 200 still available in Leeway. But the big downside for me is that I don't know those secret locations, right? And to find those chests, I have to check every nook and cranny. And I feel like they can't rely on people going ahead and searching everywhere just to find out like rough ideas on locations and visiting every place. For the Geoculus, I understand, right? Like we talk about the Geoculus farming being as something that you don't want to get stuck doing, like having to go to each one of the places again and again and again in the hopes that you find the one that you're missing, right? So they don't, and people are expected to do that if they don't keep track, but they can also kind of stumble upon them as they go and pick up. And there's 135, but people go, oh, that was horrible. Same thing is happening with chests now. People are having to revisit a lot of places they've been to, search every corner to find the one chest they need to find, right? And if you're left by yourself trying to look for them, you're going to pick up a few here and there, but then what are you going to do in the betweens, basically? Like, as I'm here, like, there's no point of interest for me right now on the map. Like, nothing that I can see in my vision is making me go to the next place. Like, there's nothing that's, like, in the beginning, there would be something in the distance. Be that the glow of a chest that's locked. What is over there, though? Weird way to put it, but now that I'm going here, but I just want to check. So, I guess that's a point of interest. I'm not too sure what's over this way. But, there's... Oh, I think this is a new area for me. Well, funny enough, as I'm mentioning this, there's no point of interest, and there's a point of interest. I think I ran through here once. If there's nothing that you see in the distance that makes you want to go somewhere, that really affects how much you can enjoy your time. Because it feels like there's going to be an endpoint where wandering around for no reason is going to, or for like 2 chests, is going to just mean that whenever people think about doing a chest run, trying to hunt for materials or anything like that, not materials, sorry, trying to hunt for AR just purely by running around, they're just going to go, well, I know that, I won't find more than 5 chests, right? So what's the point? That's the sort of mentality people are going to end up having, which is not going to be good for the game's longevity. Because there's going to be people that embrace the fact that it's a gacha game and there is a mechanic and ways to slow you down. But even then, this basically means that aside from daily resin and doing the domains with horrible drop rates, what's down here? Do you think this is gonna be to another area? Like we're gonna go through here? Looks like they're trying to build something, so maybe we're gonna have some way to get to the next area here next time. Yeah, I just don't think there's enough points of interest anymore remaining on the map to warrant exploring. Unless you're missing 100 adventure rank experience, then I'd say yeah. Like at that point you can spend 40 minutes looking around, trying to find that last 100 experience. And I've done that before, right? Like I've been close to a level, and I've seen that I'm 50, not 50 actually. Actually, I was 50 chests away before. I was 100 chests away before, and I actually found the experience. But what I mean is that, when you're really, really close, you may spend some time trying to pick up the last couple of chests that you may think are somewhere. But at some point, you're going to reach a stage where it takes so long to level up, where you've walked around the map enough to find majority of the chests, as well as all the information is going to come flying out eventually. I think people are going to know how many chests spawn per each time you increase in adventure rank. And you can sort of test it by going, alright, I'm going to do I'm back in the same place. You can do a test going, well, I'm going to spend an hour looking for chests specifically, and then go ahead and go, alright, now I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes looking for chests right when I reach AR level, and see how quick I can find the same amount of chests. If it turns out that, it's a third of the time, and then you check again and see if it gets worse and worse and worse, and then eventually if it goes down to the same numbers, you can sort of figure that there's probably just about the same amount of chests as before. I've done that over there. I actually think I've been everywhere. I think I've been to all these places and not find a single chest. I'm revisiting places again because I just don't know where to go. Because sometimes you look in one area, sometimes you don't. Like I've looked through all this, that's fine. I've been all over there, over there. I guess the other last sort of place to check will be here. I'm probably gonna finish it off soon, because I think at 10 chests, like I wouldn't even call that a successful run around, because at 10 XP, 20 XP per chest for a lot of them, I've not actually come off with a lot. I've not checked every single area over here. I've been on all the ships. I went to every island that's further away. Like that flower over there is done. Unless there's like mining spots in some of these little islands on the side. Oh, see. Okay. That's 9. See, it's these sort of little hidden ones that are maybe left around. But it's not fun. It's not enough reward now. Like if you go to an area and you discover, 9 chests, you count that as a successful sort of visit to an area. Why didn't he get hit? Ah, man, I need to get Dione just for this, man. Diona? So yeah, I've been here. I can tell with the wisp. Fire hurts him still. Man, I'll check. I don't know like why he's here. Must be for some reason. Is there like a mine somewhere here? Man, some of these are just gonna be so random. I think going forward I'm just gonna run into majority of my chests by accident. If not by accident, it's gonna be the opposite, like the completely opposite, where I'm literally searching videos on how to find more chests in the hopes that there's like a, I don't know, like a video of a hidden chest that I'm not likely to find, and it actually like hits it on the nail. There's like random chests. So like there's one over here that's in here, right? Like these random little holes in walls. But there might be some more chests that are like on the side here that I just never seen. In like through here somewhere. Like I'm not saying that it's impossible for me to find chests anymore, but the amount I find per farm has reduced so much. That's kind of painful. Go away. I don't want to. I don't have qualms with you. Go away. How far are you coming? There any over here? And zooming around like this, trying to dodge them, trying not to get hit, and sort of not caring about them reminds me of another game I used to play. It was like Spartans against, like years ago. It's like Sparta and Athens. And you sort of... God's War? God's War? God's Word? Something. I remember I used to be like really underleveled. Wait, is that where I went to before? That's with the teleporter. Yeah. And I've been through here. And I'm gonna teleport and try to see if I can find like a celebratory chest somewhere in one stat, and then just end off the stream there. Because I've not been here for a little while, or else I would have picked up all these flowers. Man, I don't know how the spawning system affects Mondstadt compared to Leeway, because Leeway is basically the furthest we can go. So if they spawn chests based on like your AR and where you would be farming these chests, it's possible. But at the same time, even like high level materials, you have to come back to the starting area, like even to like the same place you were right at the beginning of the game. You have to kind of return there for something. So clearly they do expect you to return to these maps and reuse them for materials and chest farm and so on. But I don't know where the hell to find them. And like I ran around Mondstadt again and again. Man, I don't know. I want one more chest so I can call it a day. But none of these places have any chests anymore. Pardon me. Well, I'll give us just fine. So it sounds good, but need. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it really depends on how well it does. As like a chest find. I'm gonna go do a run of this. Got 20 resin. It really depends on how well it does actually as an item and how many it finds for you. If it literally discovers one chest, sorry, I'm never gonna craft it. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the actual point? If it finds one chest and I have to give up like 5 of a precious material that I use for something else, I'm gonna keep setting myself back to find chests that will basically, in the process, be setting me back. Like a couple, like maybe if you could pay it other materials that you don't use to basically purchase them, I'd be glad if something like that happened. So like I can give, like, for example, heavy horns as green mats to get them, and if I want like better chests to be found, I can use like a higher level material like the black bronze horn, because I don't need them. You know, I've got a decent amount of these. I don't use them much. You know, I'm doing worse for wear on the bones, but although I have enough of these for like a level up. You know, if I could do that, I think I'd be okay. But if it requires me to, I don't know, like spend time farming the materials to then spend time looking for chests, I may as well just be looking for the chest to begin with. If it finds one. If it finds like, for 40, no, 30 minutes, let's say. For 30 minutes, it pinpoints the closest chests to you, right? And on the map, and then you can go and pick them up. That would be, like, really good. But if it's just a single chest, that can be anything from a common to anything else, like, I'm going to do one more run of this, and this will be my 10th chest. I can't be bothered, man. I don't even have close enough to refresh. Oh, actually. That's interesting. I thought it was 150. But see, you'd expect that after farming for, an hour looking for chests, that I would have made enough to do a summon. Not a summon, sorry, a refresh, especially when I started with like 70. So annoying. So did you check how many chests you found in Leeway through the achievements and Mondstadt? Did you actually check, like roughly? We don't have a healer. If Venti should be able to do enough CC to not require one. My razor is basically physical damage. I don't need I don't need the abilities for this. The steroid from Q is enough to do my bit. On the like the other person I can play is Klee, who will instantly die in this domain. And then after that it would be me playing Barbara. But for the last one I really don't want to be standing there just pressing auto attack with E on me. Maybe this will be lucky. We need him to use ice, then we can actually do a bit more. This is like the one domain where I don't have freedom on who I use. I can't use Klee, and therefore for DPS I have to use Razor, but it's just physical attacks that I get to use. Ah man. See, the thing about using Skyward Prime, which I covered in my video that I posted, basically you will get your ulti back. As soon as you finish. Then there we go. Ult's back. Man, I need to... When will Venti be back? As a banner? Oh god, it's going to be a while, man. Venti in any uprate is going to take a while. I think as scheduled, we have Child first, followed by Zhongli, whatever his name is, the Geo guy. And on those banners, we will have Diona and potentially... not potentially, but the other one... Zaya, something like that. It's a pyro tank. After that, it'll probably be a rotation of the 5 stars that were out when the game started. However, it wasn't Venti. So things like Mona, Kaching will have a banner with her uprate on like the other 4 stars that didn't really get any love. So yeah, Venti as a banner exclusive. Oh, we're looking at probably into January now. Them being on a banner though, that's going to still be the case. I think a lot of the 5 stars are still going to be on a banner. They just won't be uprate. So you have to remember that. Like, who do you currently have in your team? Like, who are you using as the main sort of characters? Not like maybe not the ones that you're planning to transition out based on like another character, but for me, like just more for fun, because the domains, you don't really need your team, right? Like I can solo some domains. Like this one's a bit difficult for me because my Razor doesn't do as much damage as he could, right? But some domains are so easy that I'm okay to just solo him. Come on, man. Give me what I require. Give me a cup with pyro damage. That'd be amazing. 5-star cup with pyro damage. It's not gonna happen. It's Lava Walker, ain't it? There is a Lava Walker. Fucking, it's a helmet, I guess. So if it's God Roll, healing bonus. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not like that's horrible. Like it's horrible. Crit rate, energy recharge. God, if that was like crit rate with like attack and defense and like attack percentage, I'll take that because that's a really good headpiece. But it's always, I think that would be perfect for my Klee, right? Because they're basically what I can do is I can take off my gladiator set helmet, put on my my other pieces. Yeah, 43, 40, 40, 41. Between scenes, it is still loading. See, I would run it maybe back 3 more times if I had the freaking resin. Man, it's so frustrating. Because I would just run another 3 goes before I end the stream. But I basically got to find enough enough resin within the next, like, I don't know how many minutes. To give myself 5 minutes. If I don't find one more, like a crazy amount of chests, I'm off. I didn't know there was so many of these violet grass here. This is probably one of the areas I've not explored as much. So maybe there's some chests. I doubt it. Because even if I haven't explored it that much, I've... Oh, chest. 10th chest. Gene Fischl Jiangling Geo Traveler. Gene Fischl Jiangling. So Anemo, Electro, Fire, and Geo. Gene Main Healer. Fischl Jiangling. Close to pity. That was me. Like, that was literally me. So I was running Razor. Oh god, who was it? Razor Bennett, Barbara, and God, man, I can't even remember who was running before. Hold on. Bennett, Razor. I think I was running Geo Traveler. It would make sense because he's level 60. So I think I ran him at level 60, they were level 70, 70, and then it was 70. And then I pulled, I got enough to do like a couple summons after I saved up. I did a couple summons and I got myself, did a Sucrose, right? So I got Sucrose. After doing the Nameless Treasure quest and things like that, you can do the 3 chests that you get from that. If you've not done that, that's something you could do for chests because you get 3 each time you complete it. It's the Nameless Treasure quest and you get it from the person in Leeway. So I did that and I pulled Sucrose and I sunk all my resources into Sucrose. I was like, I'm really happy. It was maybe like from AR10 up to AR40, I didn't have a single new character. So I was super happy to get Sucrose. I like the design. I like how easy it is to use her for elemental reactions with wind, fire, anything, right? I really liked it. Then, probably like a day or 2 after getting my Sucrose, I was at about 80 on my pity, and I ended up doing one more summon, thinking, I'm probably gonna get a character when I hit pity, so I wanted to just get it close to 90, maybe like 89 or 88, and then finish it off if there's a character that I really, really like, and then basically save up those summons, because I have a team that's fine. So I did one more summon, because I got it from, I either got a summon sent to me through the mail, or I just bought one summon, because someone told me to summon, and boom, I pulled Klee in the most unexpected situation. And I didn't have any resources, so it took me a while to get Klee up. And then I also had to get Sucrose's weapon up. And then I also had to get a weapon for Klee. And then I also ended up getting another weapon for Klee. So I ended up having to just level up so many things so quickly. I drained myself of my resources. Man, I don't know how you are doing on your resources, but I'd recommend stockpiling them now. And by that I mean like things like weapon upgrade materials. If you've not looked into it, there's like a bunch of people that tell you that, you know, the cost goes like stupid when you get up to higher levels. Level 90 upgrades cost 170 purple books. So the experience for the characters, and I think the weapons cost like 340 or something. How is he not drowning? I don't care about him. Okay, so the game is a gacha game, right? Which is following the very typical approach that gacha games have to gaming. It's very limited with a stamina system, with things costing quite a lot to level up, right? And they get considerably stronger. The other thing that the game has basically an issue with is the fact that it's so new. And because it's essentially like early access, purely because, it's obviously everyone can access it, but it's basically early access because the game still has so much lined up to release that it's gonna be months before everything's out, if not even a year before all the worlds are opened up. What you're experiencing now is only a portion of the game. The rest of it will be delivered every 6 weeks, right? You've probably read all about that, right? So the progress is really limited. To be fair, like the game had enough content lined up for you till about adventure rank 30. The rest after that is the side story chapters, which you can sort of count as maybe part of it, but it's much more limited, and you end up spending a lot of time grinding. Anything above adventure rank 40, any level above that is just like beyond the expectations that they have for you. Basically, they knew that there's going to be people that play the game all the time. Every game has that, right? And they knew that people were going to play it often. I don't know if they thought that as many people, I mean, it's not even as many people, to be fair, it's just a vocal minority that have a lot of issues with some aspects of the game. But it is what it is, right? Like, if you've grinded the game and you used up all your chests and also ended up just doing everything in your power to drain the game of whatever it has to offer, you're gonna run out of things to do, right? It is what it is. And that's pretty much the situation that many people are sitting at. Exactly that. They've run out of resources. Not resources, they've run out of things. But as well as there's certain things that are really limited too. Like, so leveling up from level 40, from 50 to get all the characters to level 90. That in itself is like a huge cost, right? And most people won't be able to do that. So you end up spending your resin on ley lines to actually go ahead and try to do that over time. I think down the line they may improve the amount of stuff you get from those things, so you end up actually able to reach those levels, but we'll see. I mean, the biggest thing that will kind of show how the game's going to be is the release of 1.1. If no changes go into some of the core mechanics of the game, and the amount of things released by them is limited, there's going to be a lot of people not happy with the game. There's going to be a lot of people happy with the game, but you have to remember that majority of coverage that it receives is from things like YouTube, things like Twitch. If there's no content for those streamers, and in a matter of weeks they will reach a point where they're sitting at adventure rank 55, there's nothing left to do at all. They just do dailies and resin spending, and they've got majority good artifacts. What is there left, right? What will you do? Like, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, right now I'm looking around looking for chests. I should have finished like 20 minutes ago, but I'm finding a couple here and there. It's okay. Tomorrow is going to be even less. Day after that, I mean, tomorrow is going to be even less. Day after that, it'll be more because it'll reset. But I don't know. What's this way? Is that the water boss? Yeah, it is. It's going to go really dark really quickly. Do you have Kaching? No, I don't have Kaching. Do you have Kaching? I think like a lot of people, I got my pity, and my pity was Klee, and therefore I have Klee. Any other person I would have gotten would have been the person I would have been running. Unless it was Kaching, I probably would have stuck to. I think I would have stuck to playing as Razor, even if I had Kaching. A video about D-Luke level 90 with Wolf, Greystone, and probably AOP item. But this world scales, okay. You want Kaching. Kiki is really good. You shouldn't sleep on Kiki. Working together, Kiki and Kaching are like crazy. Because if you build Kaching with a bit of a focus to physical damage, the ice would be crazy good. Do you have Razor? He's a really strong electric damage dealer. The world, I don't know if the world scale is that drastic from actually, yeah, no, you're right. It does get really difficult to begin with when you hit AR50. As far as like I've seen, I think only people in Asia like AR50. I think some people that are playing on NA and EU, they're probably at like 48, 49. Some of them are. Because remember, Asia, I think they started 10 days beforehand. So think about how much progress you can make in 10 days, and then you can sort of understand the reason why some people are sitting at really high ARs, even if they don't play much. Because they have dailies that they can do, daily commissions, they can do resin spending. 10 days worth, that's what, even casually, that's 2,000 experience per day. So that really adds up. Razor, Kiki, Ningguang. That's a good team. Hold on. Ningguang and Xiangling. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about Xiangling. I've seen some gameplay of her, and seen her in my domains very rarely, so I can't really tell you. But Kiki and if I had Kiki, my Barbara would be gone. She would be gone. She wouldn't even become a feature down the line. Oh, can you go away? Yeah, if I had Kiki, my Barbara wouldn't become a feature anymore on my team. She would be traded instantly because Ice, like, have you played with Barbara much? Like, have you taken it out for a nice spin? She's like really not as good when you realize her faults. So she applies wetness. I used to play. Yeah, I mean, you can use whoever you want to. The game at the moment isn't difficult enough for you to for you to be required to maximize your output. Like, even fighting these mobs, it's 3 hit to kill them. Would be easier if I leveled up my Razor a bit more, but there's no need at the moment. You only use one character for your domain, and even if you bring in your whole team into a domain, as long as you're not at a big disadvantage, you're still fine. I want to swap my gene with Kiki. I think Kiki is a better healer. And I think Animo, there's a lot of characters with Animo, and Animo is basically to help you set up for attacks. But the way that Gene plays, it's not as easy compared to somebody like Venti or Sucrose, who are all about doing those reactions. So, I mean, if you have both, lucky you. for one thing. You know, I have one 5-star, and that was pulled at basically pity. Whilst if you have two, you knock yourself out, make the best team you possibly can. Here's me hoping for a random chest in some corner over here. Barbara is like the most, I think, for healing. I mean, I don't know. I think like maybe down the line I would have tried to use Noelle, but the thing about Kiki is that she heals as, you know, continuously for everybody. And Barbara, you can do her ult, and that heals your whole team to a lot of like crazy amount. And a lot of people have Barbara because it was free, right? Even myself, I mean, I've got 4 constellations on her. These are leveled up. But she's so boring. Kiki's regenerative powers are OP. She instantly recovers all her health, deals a lot of damage, and recovers the team's whole HP if you use it correctly. Yeah, she's a very bursty healer. And she's good. She's really, really good. I would love to have her, especially if you're running Razor, you can run Kiki, and you've got basically a whole team in itself. You have a DPS, you have elemental reactions, and you have healing. Kiki with Razor is enough to be a team of their own. So, you know, you can run that as, you can look into that, you know, however way you want to, but you won't even need anybody else. For me, I have Razor, right? He's serving a purpose. She's got Thrilling Tales. Any ice attack freezes you. Any attack freezes you because you have water applied to you. You got this wet thing. It's very frustrating. Klee is also a bit annoying because you can't aim these. She's not useless. I don't think she's useless. I think if you go into Spiral Abyss, apart from a couple of them, she's still able to heal, especially with her ult. She serves a purpose, and I think it's nice that they gave us a free healer, right? That's quite simple, but the sole simplicity of her and the lack of just, I don't know, I don't really find her that fun to use. Yeah. She's still a lolly. We're going to have another lolly. Funny enough, right? So you're talking about lollies. There's going to be Diona, as well as the other one. I don't remember the spelling of it. She's the guitar one with an audience. And then we're going to have... oh, what the hell? There's a lizard in midair. So you're going to have them two. And then you have Kiki, who's a lolly, and you have Klee, that's a lolly. So you got a whole lolly team. Well, do you have a whole lolly team? You basically have 3 lollies. And then there's someone who made a post saying they're gonna play a child team, and it's gonna be Child, so the character that's coming out, alongside Kiki, Klee, and Diona. The lolly army. I mean, we have ice, Diona. We have fire, Klee. We have another ice, Kiki. I mean, time will tell. You know what comes next. But yeah, lolly squad. I'm kind of interested. I'm hoping I can pull Diona. That's my kind of one want, because I then don't I want, like, if I had Kiki, I'd run Kiki. But the thing about Diona is that she's ranged, she does damage, and she's a healer, and that fits like everything that I want it to be. I need range damage for just general survivability. So if there's any bosses that I need to hit from far away, I have nobody for that, because Klee is this. This is what Klee does. It's not exactly far. her long cooldown on her elemental skill. Yeah, yeah. I constellations are like huge. Some people have huge constellations. Some of them are not as good. Her ones are really nice. Jean does her job as a healer. You know, I think it's good to use her. Um, Kiki does a job as a healer. Barbara does a job as a healer. All of them can be perfectly fine. But if you're bored of a character or don't like the way they feel, it changes everything, right? Because I'm running Barbara because she's quite easy to run. Kind of seeing how well she'll do here. I'm hands off. I mean, if you want Kaching and you like the way she looks, by all means, man, if you get her, I'm happy for you. Because the game's basically single player, right? And the domains require you to have one strong person. So as long as you have one character that's leveled up, you're good to go, you know? Like, even if you keep someone like a Kiki at level 80 with some decent gear, you can even bring her into most domains, and she'll be the main healer in that. Like, as long as you have somebody that you can use for domains and people, like it. Like, if you bring in Barbara and you have another like main healer and another healer, people are going to be really confused as to why they're not doing any damage. But if you get Kaching and you like her, invest in her. You know what? Even if it sets you back like a week, and you have to spend all of your resources trying to level her up and not doing any artifact runs or using all your resin for a whole for a whole month trying to get everything sorted out for her. If you like her, man, you like her. No one's gonna stop you. You just have to be lucky enough to get her. And there's people I want and I didn't get, and there's people that I got that I didn't want. 2 zones in theory. 4 zones I don't. Fun fact about the game, there are 2 zones in theory at the moment: Animal, Wind, Geo, Earth. Next zone is a small zone based on ice, if not mistaken. I mean, I don't think we're going to get an ice element. I think we need to wait. I really doubt it, though. I think it's going to be a whole area, because we've got a whole area for Animal. We've got a whole area for Geo, a huge area. I don't think they're going to do ice like that, because Dragonspine is supposed to be ice. You can even see it on the map, right? It's got icy stuff around it, and there's actually videos of people like going out here just to see like how it is so far, and you can sort of see it's ice. So I don't think they'll do them like that. I think we're just gonna have some quest focused around doing something in Dragonspine. That's about it. I think every element is gonna have a zone of their own. I think they've said that every single basically. This is something you may not know, but they plan to have events every like normal periods of time. So something like February is going to be like an event that happens yearly in Leeway for their celebration. Then you have an event that happens once a year as well for Mondstadt, and another event for other areas. So we're gonna have yearly events, and every single area has its own sort of traditions, cultures, sort of different appearance, land, different biomes. Essentially, they're all in different sort of times of the year as well. Like, this looks very like autumny, with the trees like that, and I don't know. Mondstadt is much more like, I don't know, man. We'll see. That level 7 you get almost like 300 chance into 1. Yeah, in the beginning there was like you got more. I think you got about 4,400 right when the game started. That was the with starting the game, then pre-registration rewards and so on and so forth. You got much more. But they reduced that and they made it harder to re-roll. And I was already too invested to even try re-rolling. I'm happy with what I got. I've got Razor. I like him. He's 0 Constellation too, and he does enough for me to be happy. But yeah, I do agree that I kind of wish I had. I kind of wish I had re-rolled a little bit at least. That would have been nice. Yeah, I think one of them might have really modern buildings. No, actually, I don't. Mondstadt is pretty modern, isn't it? So medievally? Can't remember now. What do you mean by AR12? Do you get any more rewards from AR7 to 12? It's sort of cozy. That's the thing about Mondstadt. It's cozy. Even the music is sort of heartwarming. It's a very different vibe. This feels very like fairy tale-y. That is a princess that's like coming out of a castle and shit. Um, Leeway does feel a bit Asia-y. I don't know what's next. I mean, I think they have a beer celebration in Mondstadt. That's the what they're doing, like Oktoberfest. Yeah, this is very like even the buildings are different. I don't know where else they could go for inspiration. We'll see, like time will tell. All those are also Kiki, and I made a friend download the game, and he got Venti, Diluc, and Kaching. I mean, how is that fair? Man, I got nobody. Right, you did yours, you got Kiki. He did his, he got 3 5-stars. It's a gacha game. I did mine, I got no 5-stars, and my first 5-star was at 80 pulls. It's annoying, more for me than you, and for you to him, sort of. You know what I mean? Like, he got really lucky. You got lucky, I got unlucky. Oh, okay, yeah. I get what you mean. I thought that there's like another mail that they send you with like a big batch of primo. Because if you started again like 3 days ago, 5 days ago, you get the Klee mail, all of them in one go, and that's like another set of summons. So man, I'm really hopeful there's like a chest somewhere here that I missed. Probably not though. And I've done some achievements. Now it's some of the ones that you sort of have to hunt for. So I've completed Mondstadt and Leeway. Um, I've not even done this. Like I've not even tried it in co-op or done the Geo in co-op. That's another 20. Um, I've not really gone deep into I've not even gone back to these to try and do these. I've not done floor 12. I've not done all of the stars. I don't have a ranged character, so I've not even tried these. Apart from Amber, this will happen when it happens, I think. This is selecting certain options. Yeah, man. Like that is good, right? Like you got her at AR24. I got my first 5-star at AR40. 24 you can do within like 5 days if you're playing decently but not too much. Yeah, I'm also running out of achievements, man. 2 here, 2 here. getting recipes. 2 here. 4 here. I think this is from commissions. Yeah, I'm running out of achievements, man, so I can't even get them from other things. I mean, Bonnie, I did a lot more farming chests once I hit level 40. Basically, you go from a stage of where you can level up kind of, I guess maybe every 3 days if you just do commissions and some basic dungeons and things like that. AR41, like the jump is like stupid. Like I don't know how much do you need for adventure rank 41? And if anyone's 39, how much for 40? It's fine. Thing is, that's the... Wait, hold on. I'm looking at my first time. Yeah, very lucky. That's very lucky. I got my first one at AR40. And that's my Klee that's in my team. So, yeah. But I guess the positive is that if you've played... It's, 8.75 for 40. It's 13,500 for 44. So it really does jump up. And I think it's like a 2,000 gain from like 39... from 40 to 41 compared to 39 to 40. So, yeah, it does become difficult. So you end up going from 3 days to level up, let's say, to having to do it maybe like 5 days for a level if you don't farm chests. But initially, I spent a long time farming chests, like a 4-hour session of running around. I ended up getting like, I don't know, 85 chests, I think, I found within like that period of time. And it was quite nice, you know, it's a lot of experience. But now the world's like rinsed out and I can't find chests anywhere. I'm sort of wandering around hoping that there's a chest in the corner that I've never picked up. Good support for Kaching. You're looking at she's physical and electrical. If you're someone who can freeze, so you can run a Kiki. If you have a Kiki, you can run a Kaya. What's the other elemental reactions? I think ice is the main one for electric. I'm not even using ice myself though. I think water is good. If you wait for the next banner, Child's coming. He's a good replacement for some of the people in your team for a support. Sucrose, and I blew all my resources on level 9. When I hit 40, my DPS is gonna... Yep, Bonnie, same thing for me, man. I got Sucrose. I think I was streaming at the time. I really wanted her, and I hadn't had a new character since AR10. So everyone I got were constellations. So when apart from Zhangling at 20, but I think I still pulled a copy of her when I was initially pulling. So I had no new characters. Pyro. Yeah. I mean, everything. I think all the things react. So as a support, you really just want somebody who can heal her as a primary thing, and reactions are good too. So just find there's builds and stuff like that. They mention which people work well with them. So I'd recommend just giving that a go and seeing how it is. But what I was gonna say, so I got Sucrose, I think AR 38 or 39, and I took her straight to level 72 or something, and then. After I did that, I blew all my resources, had nothing left, and then I pulled Klee like 2 days later, and I ended up having to spend all my time just trying to farm. What level were you when you defeated that cryo plant boss from Stormbearer Point? What level was I? I mean, as soon as it was available, I think. I don't know. Is it difficult? My first pull was Sucrose. Well, lucky for you. I really like her. If you have Sucrose and you really, really want to use her, if you get a first constellation, she gets 2 charges of her E. And then if you get another... hold on. Not another. But thing is, I really like her E. Especially with Klee. So what I gave her was this. Sacrificial Fragments. because it has high elemental mastery base, and it also has a 40% chance to reduce its own CD. So I just keep using an E for her too. Oh, um, I don't have resin right now, but I'll go and travel to the plant. I mean, to be fair, man, I don't have an optimal team, right? Off the get go, I just chose Razor because I like Razor. Everything else after that was just for fun, right? Barbara, because I needed a heal. She was the only heal I had. I got Sucrose. I ditched my Animal Traveler. I got my Klee. I ditched my Bennett because it was fun, right? And I think you have to just... Oh, man, I want to rephrase that because it sounds weird. If you like a character, and since domains in co-op only ask you to bring one character and your reactions won't be present, and everything in the game is not that difficult, I think you're okay to just have a team that, serves a purpose. So my Klee and my Sucrose are a team of their own, and Barbara and Razor are a team of their own, with Thrilling Tales of Dragons. And it's fun, and I like it. There's no reason for me to min-max the team. If it gets to the stage where I have to, I'll do it. I'll try this now. It's not too bad. Now he has that shit on his face. And I think if I do this... If you dash through it... Have fun. I think you're gonna end up really not enjoying... You're not gonna enjoy your team if you... Oh, God. Okay. I think I can just auto him down. It's a shame that I don't have resin, right? Like I can do that, but I don't have resin. To be in to play, I'm hoping so. I mean, I used Kiki Ice on Ice, not good, I know, so I can heal my team at the moment. One hit. Hard for me then. I couldn't collect the loot from the wolf boss because I logged out. For too long. Now I need to wait till next. Oh my god! Wait, you sure? I think you can claim it once. I think you can fight him multiple times because you can beat it again in someone else's world. So if you haven't claimed it, unless you didn't pick it up from the floor, which is, ouch. Did you just not pick it up, or did you open it and not pick it up? Like what did? I think the likelihood of a nerf is very, very unlikely. You have to remember this is a gacha game, so buffs for characters I do see happening because people will be happy about buffs for characters, and they did do that, fixed like errors, and they can change sort of wording of things and make them stronger. If you end up spending, like some people, $7,000 or pounds or euros trying to pick up a character, and they nerf it like a couple weeks later after you've blown like a quarter of your freaking salary, like, do you know how annoyed people will be? I really doubt there's going to be any nerfs for any characters. There may be bug fixes that were exploits that they will remove that made somebody stronger than they should have been, or reactions that were buggy that they'll fix that will make them weaker, but that's a part of the game's like messed up code if there's a coding issue of some sort, or some numbers that are a bit jumbled. And to be fair, if there's a bug and people try to get a character purely because of a bug, they shouldn't be disappointed that it gets fixed. But I think Diluc will not be changed. I don't think anyone will actually go through a proper change, apart from any buff that may happen. Because maybe people just... Because, it's a chance to get a character. So some people have a character that may be shit. So they may buff them just to make people a bit more happy. Oh, that, by the way, I answered 2 questions in one. Oh, no, you answered this question. Okay. He's not in a pay-to-win class. Basically, with this game, I think every character has their place. Amber buff could happen. I'm not gonna like. I think that's possible. I mean, she's free, so I don't think they need to care. Like, she's a character you get, and if you have to run her, you have to run her, and chances are you're gonna get a couple characters that are better. So, but now, what if I told you they want to release an area? I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. It'll be fun. And to be fair, if I still don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that. They may adjust them to help with an arena thing, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't know if they'll do an arena. If they do, I'll be happy. It'll be more things to do, but I think, like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. But for now, if it's next year, we don't even know which order the banners are going to be coming 100% in a week. We don't know everything about the skills apart from leaks that came out. We had like one trailer that leaked. I wouldn't trust anything that's saying that's going to happen next year because it's so far out. What about Fischl? Nobody talks about her. Oh, Fischl. People talk about her all the time. Fischl's amazing. Fischl's going to be free in either a week or maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, but she's going to be free in 1.1 with an event. She's one of the most popular characters. I really, really wanted her. So initially, before Klee, before anybody else, I wanted. I might just go do some bosses whilst I'm talking. People wanted not Klee. People wanted Fischl a lot. I wanted Fischl a lot, but Klee, I got Klee, and then I got Sucrose, and Fischl doesn't fit on the team anymore. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Generally, no. I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't mentioned Fischl, so no one said anything about Fischl. Fischl's good, man. She's fun, and I wanted Fischl really, really badly. Like, she was the one character that I just really wanted, but my team got moved around so much that right now instead of Fischl, I really want Diona because I want an ice and I want a healer that isn't Barbara. So, I think she will do a nice fit. For free, Fischl will be my first constellation for her. I can't use her as a maybe. So I can use it. Yeah, I don't even have a single one. So for me, it's like, alright. Like, I just want a copy of her. I don't think I'll run her, though, because it just doesn't have a fit anymore. A couple weeks ago, she would have been, like, primary, instant level up, amazingness. But I'm going to hope for Diona now. Diona will be the one. A nice healer, man. For my Razor. Where's my ult? No point now. Yeah, man. The whole freeze thing on Barbara, I didn't even know about that. I didn't dash twice. Inventory max. How much did you wail on the game? Like, did you... Yeah, Bennett is really strong. If you have Bennett, his ultimate gives attack boost. I'll look at it now. His ultimate gives an attack boost as well as heals up to 70%. And the constellations make it even stronger. So, Fantastic Voyage attacking no longer has an HP restriction, so you always get it. And you get an additional base attack. This is amazing. If it falls below or whatever, they will heal continuously. Generate based on Bennett's max HP. If the health of a character in the circle is higher than 70, they gain an attack bonus that is based on Bennett's base attack. Applies the pyro element to characters within the field. It's really good. I mean, let's look. If you have Jean, that you've done 80% of that battle. I mean, not really, to be fair, but if you have the character, you'll get them up eventually if you like them. The hard part is actually getting the character, which a lot of people don't have. I pulled him from the gacha. I got a Bennett in the beginning. I used Bennett all the way up until like a week and a half ago, maybe, as my secondary damage. Once he had my handy downs from Razor on him, and yeah, after a while, after I got Klee, sorry, after using him for a while, I dropped him for now. Klee got his initial gladiator set pieces, even though it didn't really work for her weapon, but it's just stats. And then I got some witch pieces, and I put them on Klee, and yeah, he got back his gladiator pieces, but he's a skeleton of the man he once was. But I still use him in Abyss. Bennett was really underplayed, man. Bennett was sort of put in a position of where it's like a bad character, but then people kept saying to people, don't sleep on Bennett. Don't sleep on Bennett. And now people like shouldn't have slept on Bennett. He's really good. He's level 70 for me, so he's not really at the stage where I could still use him now. Like I still use him now, but he's not as strong as he once was. Yeah, so I pulled 2 of him from the gacha. Do you think I have the currency to be purchasing Bennett's? And I used that up. See, I still have these to buy. When I got my Klee, I was quite happy. I spent it on this. Some of these. I picked some of these up. I shouldn't have. I know. I'm sorry, but I just wanted it.
You leave, you call me.
Man, trust me. I think the chance of getting a 5-star perfectly rolled piece of gear at the moment is 1 in 1,000. You have to run 1,000 runs to get a perfect piece with exactly what you want. Statistically, it's 1 in 5,000 to get one for the goblet, like the cup thing or whatever the slot is called, because that one has more main stats that they can have, more variants, and then it's like a 0.0019% or something to get like something great. Like I'm yet to actually farm my artifacts for my Razor. This is what I'm using right now. Oh, pardon me. This is what I have right now as the flower on my Razor. This, I think, is God rolls for my Razor. 30% nearly critical damage. I know it's 3% crit rate and 16 flat attack, but it's 10.5% attack as well. That is never going to come off him. I think that is forever. So I'm 1/5 of the way there. This is on my Klee. Crit rate, 2.5 crit damage, some elemental mastery and defense. I had this on it before. Energy recharge attack, crit rate. What is this? Oh, sucrose. Yes, a nice flower. I had another flower actually pretty close to that before. I ended up replacing it because I found that flower. The previous flower was just a little worse. But I keep getting flowers. The 100 characters, yeah, man. Got 1. Not that many 5-stars because I got rid of some of these. I've got rid of them. Entire D-Look build. Ah, man. That flower. And thing is, right, like, you have to... There's a lot of things to know about the artifact system. If you get an artifact, it has a chance to be... 3 substats. It has a chance to be 4 substats. If you get 4 substats, it's already better than a 3 substat one. And, you know, you can roll up to 4, see what comes through. You know all of this, right? If you get a high enough AR, you probably are aware of all this. That takes so much time and so much resources. I think I'm going to be happy with maybe 1 or 2 good substats and, like, the right main stat. And I think that'll be okay for me. 5 stars and that. and that, and then eventually, as I'm going along, I'll figure it out. Okay, good luck, man. Good luck. If you get a 5-star, I'm gonna freaking rage. I want you to get a 5-star. But if you do a random temple and get a 5-star, just like this, if you get so lucky. What do I do now at this game? So earlier today, I did my domains. I did some farming generally, materials and so on. I started the stream to try and see how many chests I can find within the period. So far, I think we're at 10 or 11 chests in the period of this video. So if you go back in the video, scroll back, see when it started, and that's how long it's been. And it's kind of halfway through, I've sort of stopped searching, but it took me 10 chests. But about an hour, it took me 10 chests. So I think until tomorrow, guys, I think tomorrow I'll hit 44, and then there'll be some more time to play. I mean, I did get you lucky. I know you want Kaching, but don't be sad about getting Diluc. Oh man, this guy's just coming through like, oh yes, so sad. I got a 5-star that a lot of people wanted. See, how does this one work? Is it within a time limit? See, I don't know if I can do this fast enough. Yeah, I think I need official for this or something. You want Kaching? Yeah, I mean, if you got the Geoculus one really, really early, because it's a health one, it would have helped you a lot, but I got mine really, really late too, so. If life is unfair with everyone, that means life is actually fair. Indeed, but life isn't unfair to everybody. There's some people that got very, very lucky. So you can't really say that. You can be born into a super rich family, you can be born into royalty, right? You may think that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's obviously your perception on sort of life's requirements and so on, but I don't know, man. I don't like Diluc. Like, I'm telling you now, I don't like him. I like Razor more, and I think I like Razor enough to say I think he's better. Yeah, he's probably not better. With Constellations he is, but I do like him. I like his kind of design more, with the wolf and the attack speed buff and so on. So, even though he's not better, to me he's better. I mean, Kaching is good, but I don't like her as much as I like Razor. It's kind of your own taste, you know. Like, I know why you want Kaching. Kaching's fast. That's why I kind of like the look of Kaching. I don't know if I like her abilities as much, but she's really cool looking. Oh my god, is that a chest? It has to be, there's no Geoculus left. Wow. Chest 12, or whatever that was. One. Which country is that? How do you say your name? Can you spell it out phonetically? Then I can give a bit of a better go. Yeah, I mean, we might find out that he could be some godly figure for all we know. Like, you don't know what the story's going to be. Like, not every 5-star character has to be the god of something. Razor could be the god of thunder, right? And the wolf has some attachment to it. I don't know. We don't know what it is. I don't know the whole story. There is a webtoon you can read, which kind of covers the lore of the the lore of the uh, the game, and I think it touches on the people that Diluc's from, um, which is why he has a weird look towards like the Knights of Favonia or whatever. There's some link to it. It's like these red-haired people. Oh, you really wanted that much. You named your YouTube name after her. Not fair enough, man. If you want her badly enough, I think in about 2 months, there's gonna be a Kaching banner. She's gonna have higher rate. If you're gonna spend any money on the game, I'd say save it till then, and then just blow your whole load on that banner. She's gonna have rate up. It's very likely. How much have you waited for the game to officially launch? I actually didn't wait. I guess it's lucky that I didn't because I never had to wait around. However, basically one of my friends told me that they are playing Genshin Impact, and I said, "What is that?" And he told me, "Take a look." It was me and another guy in a Discord with him in a Discord call, and we went ahead and downloaded it, and yeah, he's already quit, and I'm playing on. But he's the one that told me, so I didn't have to wait. It was 2 days after, or maybe 2 or 3 days after release is when I downloaded the game. Nah, man, if you like her, you like her. Although, your picture doesn't look very kachingy, so you gotta explain that. I think if you're gonna go to the extremes of putting your name basically as Kaching, that you'd at least have a picture. I thought maybe you'd commit to a picture first and then a name change. Alright, we're back in the same places now. Oh. I'll show you. Alright, so I've got 862. That means there's 140 chests missing. There's still more to spawn, but I think it's 1,000 in leeway. So I've got to find 140 randomly scattered ones, which some of them may be lighting some grass on the floor spawns a chest, which is actually one of the chests that I found. I lit grass on, yeah. Do you need more male characters? I mean, I don't think so, because we're literally about to get 2 that are 5 stars. The next 2 characters incoming are obviously going to be the Geo guy and Child. Alongside them is going to be 2 female characters. Soon after that, we have Zhao incoming. Then we've got Jianling's disciple, Yao Yao, I think her name is. She's a Dendro character. Then there's, I don't know how many, but I mean there's more than you'd think. You got the Jinki, right? That water guy. I forgot how to say his name. I mean, hold on. Bennett, Razor, main characters, both genders. Kaya. I mean, yeah, it's kind of focused a bit more on females, considering there's 3 there and 4 there, and there's 4 in total here. I am missing some. You know what, Bonnie? I think when that launches, I'm going to be in a very different state of mind, because I feel like when I hit 45, I'm trying to do it before 1.1, but even if I do it after 1.1, and I get the story quests, I'll get to 45, 46, even 47, and I think at that point, I'll take it slower. Don't need to look for chests like crazy. I think I just will want to, I don't know, maybe enjoy it. I don't know. I'll see. I mean, what materials do we need? Like, do you remember what it said for what materials are required? You want more? I mean, the Geo guy looks very husbando, and Have you seen the trailer for Child? It's leaked. Damon Kim looked at a video for it, so you can watch his video he posted. If it's cheap enough, like, okay, so if it's expensive, but it finds me 20 chests, I will. If it's kind of in the middle, but finds me like 1 or 5, I'm probably gonna just feel like it's a waste. The Geoculus one, if you haven't found it, that'll be amazing for people. But other than that, it has to be pretty good for me to want to sink in materials that I could use for characters. Because the time I'm going to save with one of those searching things, I could have used to level up. Okay, so the materials I would have used to get those searching items, I could have just used those materials to get my characters up. And now if I have to use the same materials to get those searching things, to then have to go out and farm the materials for the characters again, and more searching things, I'm just in a loop. Lisa is the best waifu material. I mean, have you watched the video of Lisa's voice actress? Hmm? She's climbing like buildings in the game. So Lisa's voice actress actually played the game herself. Also, there's funny videos out there. Anyway, I'll finish the point. So she was playing the game as herself and making all the noises and stuff. It was so weird. You might enjoy that if you think she's the best waifu. But there's videos of Paimon's voice actress pulling for characters. There's videos of Klee's voice actress in China doing pulls to try and get herself. Yeah. The videos are funny, man. Lisa playing as Lisa, it's just like she was moaning like twice over. So she's like climbing a building, and the Lisa on the screen is moaning. She's moaning about the fact that she may run out of stamina. It was just this looks like an area for a chest. Like, come on. Oh, this is disappointing. Yeah, Lisa playing with herself, exactly. And Lisa got happy because Lisa pulled Lisa in the gacha. It's on there. It's out there. I think if you type it in, can you play with me? Are you in EU? Are you in Asia?
Hungry.
That makes a really big difference.
There's still a long road.
If you're PlayStation, I think we can't play together. I actually don't know. Maybe this. I thought I'd just add an extra one. Will give me a chest. Is it not spawn? Like... Well, that's disappointing, man. I made all my way here and... nothing. I mean, Lisa... Yeah, like... Watch the video, man. I can't remember what the name of it is, but if you just play Lisa voice actress plays as Lisa, it's pretty funny, man. I had a laugh. It's creepy though. Like if you actually are a bit younger, careful. Your parents may think you're watching something that you shouldn't be. You're asking, we're talking about Lisa character playing, Lisa's voice actress playing Lisa. Aiden, do you have a character of your own in the game? It's got a whole Inception going on with Lisa's. Is this? Oh. I don't know if I've done this. Oh, I did do it. It spawns up here. Wait, no, I didn't. Chest 13, chest 12, some shit. No, I'm kidding. Aiden, did you reply? I asked you if you're NA, EU, or Asia. Because we can't play together if we're in different regions. And also, I'm gonna have to end the stream in a moment. It's already 10 past 11. I've got to be up early tomorrow for work. But if you, enjoyed, I'll try stream tomorrow. If some of you are in EU, and I know some of you are, we can maybe play together. Yeah, man. I've done them all. I think as many as I found, basically. I don't see any more. Like this entire, like, I don't know, 40 minutes you've been watching me. Have you seen any of them? Yeah, man. I know. I think I've tried everything. I've done most of the chests that are like out in the open. Any that I haven't. You haven't seen any. What do you mean? The flying wisps things or what? And I appreciate the comment there, Bonnie. To be fair, like because there's not many of us, I can answer questions, we can talk. It's a bit more chilled out. I sometimes watch smaller streamers purely because I can actually say something, be read, and feel like I'm actually involved rather than just sitting at a screen for an hour just watching someone play a game. Yamete kudasai. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, chest farming wise, here on the map, so you got Luhua Pool, whatever, Gilly Plains, right here. If you use a Geo Traveler and you put it over here, you get a chest. Right here. Did you know? Swords Grave. I mean, if you mean the one in Mondstadt, like, wait, where would it be? The one here? Wait, Bonnie, have you, so the one, for example, that I showed you just there, have you done that? If you're talking about this area here, yeah, I've done it. Yeah, of course, man. You do that right in the beginning. You get your first prototype Aminus there. Yeah, no, I've done that. This. It was fun, though. 3 areas you go to. You think so? Basically, there's a video Damone Kim did. He basically showed some of the... From another video, he did someone else posted a video. He looked at that video, added some bits of his own, some chests that weren't listed there, and he posted a video 50 chests that you probably haven't found, and it's like 42 chests in the video, but for maybe like 38 of them, I've never found them. So if you're really interested in trying to find some more chests, I just say go ahead and give that video a watch. Oh, I mean, there's one that I just fucking remember where it was. It's like silly. I mean, chests are just, some of them are just so annoying. I mean, hold on, I want to find a chest that I got by putting a Geo statue on top of a statue. Like, okay, I don't remember which one it was, but basically, as you get out of one of these teleporters, right in front of you, like this, is like a statue of like a wolf sort of thing, and you just put a statue on the statue, and then it spawned the chest. I mean, there's so many. Like, if you haven't done it, like even in Mondstadt, there's a chest over here if you set something on fire, I think, and over here. Like up here, there's like here I think there's 3 fire things. If you light all of them, you spawn a chest. There's like a precious chest over here, or luxurious chest actually, up here. God, there's a chest over here that you can mine on this little island. God, there's a Dendros monster here that if you kill, you get a chest. There's God, hold on, I'm trying to remember some of these. It's like a little off area somewhere here. If you go here, you can mine over here. There's a chest. Thinking that would be. I mean, you probably want something special, man. You want some fried ka-ching. I don't know, man. Have you got any like snacks? Biscuits, chocolates? Some, I don't know, something savory? Maybe all you have is sweet stuff. Maybe all you have is savory stuff and need something sweeter. You found a lot in Mondstadt, to be fair. I think that's just about the same as me, but for Leeway you are missing a lot. Fried ka-ching sounds like a mix-up between like a relationship with Diluc and her. I mean, if you check out that video, if you actually are like starving for chests, and maybe close to leveling up, it's really worth it, because I found a lot. And it was like, it was so nice because I got so much experience really, really quickly. Like, okay, if you don't know, right, some spots now, over here, there's a bunch, wait, no, over here, I think, or over here, there's a bunch of umbrellas. If you spawn all of the slimes from there, you get a chest. If you go over here, there's a mining spot over here. Some of these are so stupid that I was like confused in how it's possible. There's even a chest, hold on. There's a chest here, right? That's invisible. Like there's an actual chest over here that's invisible. It's in the rock. I think they accidentally put it over it. In my opinion, I think Diluc has the most consistent damage. Followed by, man, I always put Razor up there, and I love Razor, but you can't deny Diluc does a lot of damage, man. With the right gear, everyone can do damage though. But Ka-ching is really good damage. I think Diluc sits at the throne at the moment until we have some new characters. Then it will probably all shift. I mean, did you know that Diluc was considered the worst 5-star in the betas apparently? Ka-ching. I'm gonna call you Ka-ching because I'm not gonna try read that backwards. Did you watch the previous videos? Like when I used to play Lords Mobile? Is that how you jumped back in and ended up also playing Genshin? Or what's kind of the story? Actually, yeah, whilst I'm here, before I go, once I find it, I'm gonna probably go. There's this island here. Because of her moves, where she uses her lightning move very fast and cut many times. Did you actually? Hey. Alright, Bonnie. all of my people that I played with before, I've surpassed some of them. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. There's a lot of strong damage dealers in the game if you build them right, and a lot of people don't build right. Like, you can do more damage as Razor with a physical build if you run him with fizz damage than you can do with like some other builds. It's really like confusing. You think like max attack is the best thing, but then I've seen people do stupid numbers, like 10k per attack with like 100% bonus physical or some shit. It's crazy. Or 80%. See, I want to go find a chest over here. I haven't. To be fair, like, I think whoever has the game on PS5 is gonna have a good time. I think it's gonna look stunning. It's stunning here, and I think it's gonna look as like this, but it's gonna load really fast. Yeah, yeah. Barbara is based off reactions, right? Like, I've not looked into the damage, but it's reaction based, right? Like, certain reactions, she just does a lot. Alright, so where the guy was, I think I may have found it, actually. I came back after. Kem, what about you? Like, what's your list for the strongest DPS? You asked me, I showed you mine, you show me yours. No, it's basically empty. And there's people that are building Amber and doing 20,000, right, with their abilities in damage. There's people that doing DPS Mona and it's working. You can build whoever you want with damage. Some obviously are better at delivering it than others, but so also, like, for example, Amber is really difficult to build. So if you actually want to do DPS Amber, it's harder than some other characters. Whilst other characters are pretty simple, with her you need specific things. So you kind of have to keep that in mind if you're going to commit to trying to build her. But some characters are just easy. Some characters like Razor, you need Gladiator set, and you start getting Gladiator set quite early. You start picking up pieces, you tend to be fine. With someone like Diluc, you end up having to transition to Witch. Klee is Witch, crit damage, crit rate, trying to roll specific things, trying to make sure you're rolling into them for max DPS. It just becomes stupid. Yeah, Chongyun, yeah, he's really strong. He's really good. He was slept on quite severely, actually. An auto with my DPS Lee Center. What level were you to be thinking that 42 damage and auto is wreckage? Diluc, Chink, Mona are the best DPS in the game right now. Venti, maybe Vicente. Surprised that I don't think Mona sits there that high in DPS. If you try and look at constellations and you compare 4-star constellations against 5-star constellations, you can't. It's difficult to say, like, let's say 6 constellation Diluc is like the craziest in damage, and then compare it to like a 6-star Razor. I think at that point, for the normal person, you're probably gonna be looking at 0 constellation or 2 constellation D-Luke versus like a 6 constellation Razor. Day 2. I hadn't figured out how anything worked in the game yet, so I don't blame myself.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Well, your character was level 40, or were you AR40? Day 2. So I'm assuming that's right in the beginning, right? When you hit AR20. I mean, Mona, I don't put her as high as I should in the damage list. I'll be honest. I think of her very support-like, but if you build her right, she can do a lot. So I do see what you mean. Wow, he got deleted. Okay. Not AR40. I was concerned if you thought 42 damage was wrecking at level AR40, which is why I read that as initially, and I was like, wait a second. Like, what are your builds, and are you struggling against Hillies, the Hilly curls, whatever they said?
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
I think maybe this Friday I'll do a drunk stream, or at least a drinking stream. It might be fun. Unless no one really wants to hear that, then I won't. Man. Anyway, I think I'm gonna read the last couple of messages if anyone sends anything through, but I'm gonna have to finish up here. It's 11:30, and I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I need to get ready for bed and all that. But I'll see about coming on tomorrow. Probably a couple hours before now. So if you look back at like 2 hours, 2.5 hours before time it is for you, that's when I might be on. If not, a bit earlier, 3-4 hours before that. I haven't watched. He said that Mona was the highest DPS per second on normal attack. Has the I'll look into that. See if I can find more videos of her damage, and at what constellation they're looking at her DPS, and how they're building her really. Man, I hope you have a great day too. I mean, for some of you, maybe it's already next day. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. If you guys enjoyed, do maybe come back tomorrow. It was fun talking to you. If you look back at some of the other streams, it was basically me by myself. So it was quite nice to speak to some people. Just ramble on for like 4 hours solo. So yeah, I'm going to, if I don't stream tomorrow, I'm going to stream the day after. And if I don't, after that, it'll be Saturday. I'll probably do a stream on Sunday. Yeah, good night, guys, and take care. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.